The book that I would like to discuss is The Call of the Wild by Jack London. This is a book that played prominently in my childhood and my growing up. I read the book several times over the years, and it really did shape much of what I became interested in as an adult. I have had the opportunity to spend quite a bit of time in Canada and Alaska, and a lot of that was sparked by the interest developed when I read The Call of the Wild as a young boy. It's an intriguing book because it did, although over-dramatized to be sure, expose me to the excitement of the Arctic and Canada. It gave a little bit of context to the history of gold mining in our country and on our North American continent. And so it was a very formative book for me. I enjoyed it a great deal. I have very fond memories of reading this book with my grandmother, in fact, as we would travel between Nebraska and Michigan in the car. And I remember sitting in the front seat next to her, and she would read a page, and then I would read a page. And so we developed quite a bond over Jack London stories during those formative years. This book was banned in some cases for, I think, several reasons. One, some folks didn't like the way the treatment of animals was depicted, certainly a violent aspect to some of that, and again, while perhaps exaggerated in The Call of the Wild to some extent, it was a fact of life that animals in the gold rush days were very much beasts of burden and dealt with harshly in some cases. Other folks didn't particularly care for the way Native peoples were depicted in The Call of the Wild, and that caused some issues for folks. In addition, Jack London had politics, and some people, I think, didn't appreciate his politics. And so the book was banned in a number of cases. However, I think it's an important book for young people to read, and I would encourage folks to do that at this point in time. I'm Royce Engstrom, president of the University of Montana, and I read banned books.